Hi, I'm Diane Arsenault. I'm the Executive Director of Downtown New Bedford, Inc., who is the organization that sponsors this annual Chowder Festival, the New Bedford Seaport Chowder Festival. This is our 9th year of this annual event, and it just kind of grows in popularity year after year. We have 24 restaurants, well, a combination of restaurants, caterers, healthcare facilities, assisted living, just really showing off what they do and really having a great time doing it. So in the course of today, we'll have over 2,000 people that will come through and sample seafood chowder, clam chowder, kale soup, specialty soup, stuffed quahogs, and they're also voting on the booth presentations, because when you look around inside the tent, you see all these restaurants and caterers that really have kind of stepped it up a bit with their costumes and the decor of their booths, because this is a contest. After all, I mean, it's a friendly contest, but a contest nonetheless, where people have bragging rights when they show off their plaques and their trophies. And there are actually 2 categories to the contest. We have the People's Choice Award. So everybody that comes in, they get ballots, and they get to vote on their favorites. So they have to go around and taste a little bit of everything, and decide what their favorites are in all these various categories. So that's a lot of food to taste, because some of these restaurants will be in 2 or 3 categories. And then also we have a blind taste test, where we have a panel of 3 judges that are sampling the foods, not knowing what restaurants they are, so that's truly a blind taste test. So later in the day, we will have awards given out in both categories, the People's Choice Award and the Judges' Choice Awards. So like I said, trophies, plaques, and cash prizes for the #1 finishers in these categories. So it's a big deal for these restaurants to say that they won the Chowder Bowl or the Chowder Cup or the best, stuffed quahog in the area.
What do you got here?
I have a stuffed quahog here from St. Luke's Hospital, booth 20.
I've got your chowder right here.
Was it awesome?
Yeah, it was very good.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Give us a vote for that.
What's in the quahog?
It has quahogs, stuffing, spices, onions. It's awesome, and a Tabasco sauce to go with it.
That's the smallest little bottle of Tabasco sauce I've ever seen.
Oh, it has more punch to it than you can ever know.
What are you judging for? What are you looking for when
Well,
you taste?
basically, we're tasting the clam chowder right now, and we are doing as far as color, texture, and taste. So there's a wide variety of flavors and arrays going on in these chowders, and it's fun.
After a while, don't they all start to taste the same?
Well, no, actually, they all taste different, and that's the whole thing about judging, is that everybody's got their own flair, their own flavors, and certainly that every single one is different.
So what do you like on the chowder?
I like a good taste of, obviously, of clams. I like the thickness of the chowder. It has to be just done right, and the herbs and spices that go into it.
You're not tasting any Snow's clam chowder here, right?
No.
These are all the real thing.
All the real thing, yes.
So tell me, New England clam chowder versus Manhattan.
Come on, New England.
So I'm really looking for a rich, traditional New England chowder, which I expect most of these guys would be really great with. But I've had a few not so pleasant surprises, and some of them are floury, some of them are bready, one's definitely burned. So I'm hoping to be more impressed.
So you can really tell the difference.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable how different each one is.
Now, can they be different and good too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got a watery one. I'm not really fond of the new Rhode Island style, but I really like the taste, so I gave it points for taste. Yeah.
What's a real no-no in making a good chowder?
Don't burn it, and I don't want to taste the flour in it, which I have, and that's just bad cooking.
The more clams, the better?
Sure, but I'm still looking for the best broth. The clams and the potatoes and the breadcrumbs and the crackers are great, but they are all extra. I'm really looking for the best broth.
Sometimes when you do a clam chowder, you get like really tiny little pieces of clams. Other times you get like giant pieces of clams. What do you like better?
I like the giant pieces of clams, and I like to be able to know that it's a clam in there and that it's not a soggy piece of bacon or something like that. But I do like the added flavor. If somebody can add in that smoky flavor with bacon or something like that. We've tasted a couple like that, and so I do like to be able to taste the flavor of the clam too, because I think that's important. The quality of your clam makes the chowder in some ways, and if you can taste it, then you know the quality of the clam.
So you like a real good chunky clam chowder?
I do. I like a chunky clam chowder.
What are some of the things that people put in there that make it? I know a kale soup, you put everything, with the kitchen sink in there. What about a clam chowder? What can you do to doctor it up, make it real good?
Sure. I think some people like to use other forms of like root vegetables in there. Some people really like to have celery or bacon, things like that add a little bit more traditional flavor to it, but to add that spice, and I like to look for some of those things. I think I've seen some chowders in the past have like a sweet potato type feel to it as well, and that's good sometimes. It's a little bit different flavor, as long as you can stay true to a nice New England clam chowder.
So you get points for creativity.
Absolutely.
How many have you tried so far?
Probably 100 or so. Probably like 5.
What's the best you've tasted?
Mike's. Yeah, I like Mike's.
Mike's Restaurant?
Yeah, Mike's Restaurant.
Yeah, what was good about theirs?
It was nice and hot still. It was really good.
So you've been trying clam chowder. Have you tried the kale soup yet?
No, not yet. No, I haven't.
That's nice. What about the quahogs?
Oh, I tried one from over here. It was really good.
Yeah.
South Coast, yeah.
So when you're tasting a clam chowder, what makes a good clam chowder?
I like the potatoes and, the clam.
Excellent. So you got a lot more to taste yet.
Yeah, I do.
What do you got?
I got it from the galley, and it's very good. Matter of fact, we just started. It's my third one, and enjoying it very thoroughly.
What makes a good clam chowder?
I like it thick. I don't like it watery, and I like the flavor of it. So I find some that are very, like they're watery, and I don't care for. So the thicker, the better.
I was talking to the judges over there before, and they said some of them are overcooked, some of them are undercooked. Yeah. You finding a good balance?
Yeah, not bad. I think some of them are a little cooler than you normally would get in a restaurant. Maybe they've been sitting out for a while, but overall, this one here is warm. It's good. It's not too hot that it's going to burn your mouth, so it's very good tasting.
Have you tried any quahogs yet?
I've tried 2. I'm not even sure where they're from. I just tried 2, so I'm beginning on that round.
What's a good quahog for you?
Again, I don't like a lot of spice. I don't like it to burn my mouth. I like something that has flavor, but a little kick to it.
You like a chowder with big clams or little tiny meat?
I like the smaller ones. I like the small ones. Yeah, just the flavor, not too much of the chew. So definitely, but it's all good. It's a great event, and it's a wonderful place to spend your Sunday afternoon for sure.
Where are you from?
Brookdale at Dartmouth Village.
What you got here?
Kale soup, stuffed quahog, and clam chowder.
What makes your kale soup the best?
My chef.
What does he put in there?
A little bit of everything.
That's the thing about kale soup, is like everything but the kitchen sink, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you guys did first place in chowder last year.
We did. We did.
What's the secret?
Can't tell you.
I tried another employee. She told me the same thing.
Excellent. I trained her well.
What about your quahogs?
This is the first time that we're actually participating in the stuffed quahogs.
So what's the reaction been?
Very good.
So is there a lot of pressure being defending champs?
Of course there is. Yep, but I have no doubt we'll pull it off.
That's great stuff.
It sure is. It's made with a lot of love.
Now that's the defending championship.
It sure is. We're here to defend that crown.
So what's the secret?
I'm not saying. We're back next year again and win again.
It's a nice thick chowder.
It's thick, smooth, silky, all the good things I want in a chowder. No bacon. That's the secret.
I've been talking to people all over the place today. They're telling me some like they've got big clams, some say like the little clams. How do you find a happy medium?
I like the chopped clams. Not large, not small, just the medium right there. Chopped clams is the secret as well. You have the extraction of all those good ingredients in the belly that goes seeps right into that soup.
So there's a lot of pressure on you guys.
Sure is. That's why I'm wearing the Popeye the Sailorman suit. I'm strong.
Whites of Westport, Galley Grill. Delicious.
Is it good? How many have you tried?
Only two, South Coast and Galley Grill.
So what's your favorite clam chowder so far? I mean, like, you know.
I only had two, but so far I like the Whites of Westport.
What makes a good clam chowder for you?
The thickness, the milkiness of the chowder.
Yeah. What about you? Like the big clams, little clams?
Little clams. Not so chewy. The little ones that are not too chewy.
You're going to try some more?
I'm going to try them all.
What makes a good clam chowder to you?
Hearty. Being hearty.
Like big clams or
Big clams, big potatoes. Yep.
Is this like the official chowder now of the gang or what?
It definitely something like that.
So,
all right, don't give me the political answer. Give me the truth. What's the best you've had so far?
For the best chowder, Katalima. For the best quahog, the hospital so far. But I haven't tried everybody yet. So, and I'm on a mission.
What makes a good chowder to you?
Nice and thick, nice and good crisp potatoes, not mushy, and a lot of stuff inside, which is what they have. Try it; it's delicious.
Do you like big clams or little clams?
No, I'm a little clam girl.
Say it out loud, mean what you say. All is forgiven on Declaration Day. I can still feel you touch me when you're pushing me away. All the time, all the time. God knows and you know what's on my mind, on my mind. Say it out loud, mean what you say. All is forgiven on Declaration Day. I can still feel you touch me when you're pushing me away, yeah. Keeping me at arm's length on Declaration Day. I'd like to know what I bought, what I bought. Would you pay a penny for my thoughts, for my thoughts? Say it out loud, mean what you say. All is forgiven on Declaration Day. I can still feel you touch me when you're pushing me away, yeah. You're keeping me at arm's length on Declaration Day. Here's Richards. A little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. When you're saying nothing, you're saying everything. Say it out loud, mean what you say. All is forgiven on Declaration Day. I can still feel you touch me when you're pushing me away.
I see you're the protector of the ballots here.
Yes, I make sure everything is up to speed and everything is counted correctly.
So show us what people do. What's the process when they come over to you?
Well, when they come in, they have a ticket that has their the different categories: best clam chowder, best seafood chowder, best kale soup, best signature soup, and best stuffed quahog and best table presentation. So they take off each category. All these boxes have the different names of the restaurants, the different restaurants on them, and say they wanted a best table presentation for restaurant number 23, they would put their little ticket in there, and that's it. And then periodically people come along, take out all the votes, and they're in the process of counting them so that we'll have a vote by the end of the day. But the voting starts at 3:15, and we'll have a final vote and awards for all the different categories. A presentation, all the trophies are up in the front there, and we'll find out who won. And there's also judges that judge. So these are the people's votes, and there's also a category where the judges pick their favorite clam chowder or seafood chowder.
So you got quite a responsibility here.
I'm a lawyer downtown, and I'm clerk at Downtown Bedford Inc., which puts on this festival, and I've been doing it for 9 years now. This is the 9th one, and we also have the Taste of South Coast in the spring, where the restaurants bring different things, their own little specialties. So the big responsibility is counting all the votes. There's a lot of votes. There are a lot of votes.
So you got to make sure there's no stuffed ballot boxes or hanging chads or anything
That's
like
right. I don't think we've ever had a hanging chad, and no one stuffed the ballot box that I'm aware of. So that's why I keep an eye on things.
When people come in here, do they seem to be pretty well decided on which numbers, or they hem and haw, they're not sure? How does it usually work?
Well, you know, we've been doing it for 9 years, and a lot of people don't even ask me any questions. They just go and know exactly what they're going to do. We've already had some votes already, and it's only a quarter of one. Other people, we get new people every year, and they're not so sure, so they ask me what to do. But they pretty much have their favorite. But with 23 different restaurants and health facilities, it can be a little bit confusing.
But they pretty much have their mind made up when they
usually have their mind made up, yeah.
So this is our Whaling City Punch, and what I do every year here at Chowder Fest is I do specific cocktails just for the New Bedford Seaport Chowder Festival, and this one has been a hit the last 4 years. So it's got Tap 357, which is a maple rye whiskey, pomegranate juice, some local apple cider, little fresh lemon juice and agave nectar, and we float some local apples and cranberries on top, and it's an awesome punch. It's been very popular so far.
Looks got a real fall look to it.
Exactly, yeah, we're right in the midst of things in the fall, and I always love doing seasonal cocktails, and so whenever we change over the seasons, we try to use those ingredients that are at their best at that time of the year, and all of these things are really delicious now.
So what else you get over here? Oh, those are the ingredients.
Yes, so these are garnishes. I mean, another thing is that you eat and drink with your eyes first, so the drink has to look nice and pretty and fancy, and so we have these nice fresh seasonal ingredients: peaches, pineapple leaves, limes and grapes. We have this awesome sangria that has a port wine, Sanderman port. It's got a little bit of gin and elderflower liqueur and some peach nectar. So we float some grapes on top of there and a couple pieces of peach as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Where do you come up with the ideas for all this?
Well, I'm inspired by the environment, and I'm also inspired by the ingredients and the seasons. So what I'll do is I'll draft up a recipe first on paper, and then I'll experiment. And of course, experimenting is a lot of fun because you're trying out all of these different types of drinks. And then I just perfect, and then we get it down and we serve it.
So where do you sell your wares normally?
Well, my company is called The Cocktail Guru, and what I do is I do beverage consulting. And I go into bars and restaurants, I develop their drink menus, I train their staff. I also get hired by liquor companies to develop drink recipes. I do special events, weddings, I teach mixology classes, and I do demonstrations, and I do morning television programs, and it's really been awesome. I never thought that, when I moved to New York City to become an actor, that this is what I would be doing for the rest of my life, but I've been very fortunate to be able to do it in New England and also down in New York City.
So how do you get a job on your testing team?
It's a very good question. Do you want to test some cocktails? I'll give you a call.
Sir, black whale clam chowder.
Please.
There you go, my friend. Vote number 3.
By far the best I've tried so far.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
What is that spice in it?
Can't give away our secret recipe.
That was very
Gotta
good.
come over to the Black Whale and have some, and we'll
So
help you out.
you guys are new, so you're competing in this for the first time.
It's the first time we're here. We opened up July 3rd. It's been 90 days, and this is a great event. A lot of great turnout, more people than we expected, and we're very happy with it.
So what's the reaction been?
So far, so good. You know, everyone's come over. Everyone said they liked the chowder. I think it's a little overwhelming. So many people, so many different flavors, but hopefully we're going to do good.
The chowder's it's got a certain taste to it. I just can't figure out what it is, but it's great.
A little bit of dill, maybe. One ingredient.
You're not going to tell me the whole thing.
Sorry, can't give it up. Can't give it up.
Tell us about what you got here.
We have kale soup and chowder from Autumn Glen, number 1.
Is this the first year you've had?
No, we also did it last year.
What was the response last year?
We have first place in People's Choice, and we also go out for the table decoration. They loved it.
So tell me about your clam chowder. What's in
We
it?
have-
The kale soup. What's in it?
It's a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's in it?
We have sweet potato, we have kale, we have meat, we have all kinds of stuff in it. Also with the chowder, also we have fresh quahogs.
I've been talking to a lot of people today, and some people say, well, I like big clams, I like little clams. What do you guys offer?
We have both, kind of.
You mix them both?
Yes, we mix them both.
So then you satisfy both?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
luck.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Can I try one of your soups? That's different. Tell me about the croutons.
The croutons were a combination where they have a creamery and also a diner. So it was a combination of our fish and our chowder from the creamery and the diner. So we had to come up with a little spin on the chowder this year. So we thought, why not add a little quahog? So we made up these homemade clam cakes. He made them all his own little special way, fried them up beautifully, and we're topping our chowder with our clam
Make
cake.
them like a crouton. So
That's an interesting idea. Do you serve it that way at the restaurant?
we will, like I said, it's a new twist for us, so we want to see how the people took to it.
Respond.
If it does, and then we'll adapt it to our chowder.
So what's the response been?
Response has been
excellent,
fantastic.
excellent. Everybody's like, what an idea! They never heard it. Never heard it before. Because like I said, I have a creamery, Fox Point Creamery. So everybody has a combo called chowder clam cakes. So they love it. So I said, let's mix it together. Let's see what happens. So I just
Brilliant man behind the scenes right here. This
I was going to say, who came up with the idea?
This is his idea.
Right,
We've been giving him a hard time. We needed a twist,
everything's
and
from
he's got a
scratch. I
perfect
get all my
twist.
seafood from the waterfront here in New Bedford, and like I said, everything from scratch.
First of all, give me your name.
My name's Tara Pacheco. I'm the executive director of the YMCA in New Bedford.
Okay, what's going to happen here?
So 4 live lobsters at a time per heat are going to race across this wonderful hand-built tank, and they are going to try to get to the end. And all of these nice folks out here have placed a chance. They've taken a chance on which lobster is going to win, and we're all going to cheer them on and see who gets to the finish line first.
So what do you get if they win?
They get a raffle ticket that they can place in all those prizes. So all of these lobsters have been donated by area businesses, and all of the money has gone to the New Bedford Y's annual sport campaign.
How many races are there going to be?
There's going to be 6 heats of 4 lobsters, so there are 24 lobsters racing here today.
Now the lobster that wins won't get cooked, I hope.
Won't get, no. They're all going to get released back into the ocean. They have a second chance at life.
Oh, that's cool. So there's going to be a great big release later on. Everybody can watch it?
No, because we're going to do it in Mattapoisett off the boat ramp. So if you want to head there, yeah.
So where'd you get all the lobsters?
They're from Kyler's. Kyler's donated them, and then Each of them have a name and they're sponsored by an area business.
So does the business name the Lobster?
Yes, they do. That's why there's some fun names. Better with Butter, Supper, Boilin' Mad. We've got some fun ones out here.
Any inside information?
I cannot reveal any inside information, but they are been training. They're ready to go.
How fast do these things go?
Some of them don't go fast at all. Some of them actually will go backwards. So it's gonna be touchy. The louder the crowd yells, the better it is.
3, 2, 1, go! Lane 3 is going backwards. Oh, it's going to be a tight race. Oh, Chili takes the win.